everybody, welcome to my channel and welcome to the first video in my series, Let's Try This DIY, where we experiment and create different natural products. In today's video, we will be making a super easy to make herbal infused whipped hair butter. This product is really great if you have dry, brittle hair like myself because it will help you to retain that moisture in your hair. It can be used as a hair moisturizer, a sealant for your L.O.C or L.C.O method, a twisting butter, and if it's nearby and you're in a pinch, you can honestly even use it as a body butter. It's super nourishing and multi-purpose. So if that sounds like it interests you, then keep on watching. So the first thing we need to do is make our herbal infused hair oil. So to start, you're gonna need a mason jar and a pack of food herbs hair oil mix. It's packed with 18 vital herbs you could see listed there, and I really can't pronounce it, so I'm just gonna let you guys look at it. And we're just gonna pop it open and fill our mason jar about a quarter of the way full. So the oils I chose for this infusion are almond, coconut, grapeseed, castor, and rosehip. And as you can see, the rosehip oil is infused with a lot of really great other oils as well. But this product is totally customizable, so if you don't like one of those oils, feel free to switch it out and replace it with one of your choosing. So now it's time for us to pour in our oils. First up, we have coconut oil, which the brand actually recommends using. Coconut oil is great for stimulating hair growth, it fights dandruff, and moisturizes dry hair. Next up, we have almond oil, which contains high amounts of vitamin E, which is a natural antioxidant. It also strengthens hair, making it less prone to split ends. Then we have grapeseed oil, which is a natural sealant which keeps the moisture locked into the follicle. In addition, this oil can improve the shine and vitality of the hair. Now we have our castor oil. Everyone knows how bomb castor oil is for the hair. It's the best oil to enrich the scalp, it thickens the hair like crazy, and it increases blood circulation to the scalp. And finally, we have the rosehip oil. Rosehip oil has essential fatty acids that aid in the renewal and healing of hair. It also improves the elasticity, luster, and shine of the hair. So now we're gonna give it a quick stir to incorporate everything, and then we're just gonna pop the cap on, give it a good shake, and leave it to infuse for 3 weeks. So fast forward 3 weeks and it's finally time for us to make our hair butter. So we're starting off with 4 ounces of mango butter. Rich in vitamin A and E, mango butter has a deep moisturizing and regenerative effect on both strands and scalp. It fortifies strands from the inside out, softens dry hair, reduces breakage, and smooths split ends. And personally, I love the way mango butter smells. It smells so good. Next up, we're using shea butter. I'm just using some shea butter that I already had in my house that I got from the beauty supply store. But shea butter is really great for moisturizing the hair and being a really great sealant. And lastly, we will be using avocado butter. Avocado butter is new to me, but I actually really enjoyed using it. Avocado butter is amazing for nourishing the hair with vitamins and minerals, and it's also good for frizzy hair. Alright, so now we will be melting these butters using the double boiling method. So pretty much all that is we're going to boil water in a pot and then place the bowl with the butters on top, like so. And you're going to want to wait for the water to reach a boil and let off some steam before you put the butters on top of it in the bowl. And you're just going to want to let it melt. It took me about 20 minutes, but just watch yours and see when your butters are completely melted and turn into a liquid. And perfect, so now our butters are fully melted, and after they're melted, just let them set aside and cool for about 10 minutes. But once that's done, now we're going to add that herbal infused oil that we let sit in for 3 weeks, and we're going to incorporate that into our melted butters. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed the dents in my mason jar, but I don't know what happens. It creates like a really crazy vacuum seal. I had to beat that jar open with a brush to open it, but forewarning, just letting you know that's probably gonna happen. But just strain the oils into a measuring cup and pour it into the melted butters. Next, we'll be adding in 2 tablespoons of glycerin. Glycerin deeply moisturizes the hair and is a humectant, which means it pulls the moisture from the air and places it into our hair follicle. So now that that's done, you're just going to want to cover that up and place it into the freezer. Now this part is super important. You're going to want to make sure it's solidified but not frozen. For me, that took about 40 minutes, but what you're going to want to look for is the ability to poke your finger through and it not collapse, but also the fact that you're able to do that, because if it's frozen, you're not going to be able to do that. So now that our butter is cooling in the freezer, we're just going to blend up and strain our aloe juice. Now, you can make your life so much more simple by, just buying the pre-made aloe juice. Like, you can buy it straight, but I clearly just like making my life more difficult, so here we are. You're just going to want to take a fresh aloe leaf, and I used half because I knew I was going to use the remaining amount of juice to refresh my hair throughout the week, but we only need 4 tablespoons of aloe juice, so you could even do 1/4 of a leaf. And you're just going to want to cut it open, place the gel into the blender, blend it, and then strain it. So I took the butter out the freezer after about 40 minutes, and like you can see, it's solidified, but I'm able to poke my finger through it, so it's not frozen solid. And now it's the fun part, we get to blend it up. I'm using a hand mixer, and just another forewarning, it will fly everywhere. Like, I had to wipe it off the walls, off the floor. It was really crazy. So we're gonna take that fresh aloe juice, and we're gonna add it tablespoon at a time. Just to loosen it up, because the butter, when it's like that, it gets pretty stiff, and the juice is just going to allow us to, it makes it easier to blend up. And throughout the whole process, I've added a total of 4 tablespoons. Now I'm also adding in essential oils. I chose tea tree, eucalyptus, and rosemary essential oil for the scent, but also they have really great scalp and hair benefits as well. And I added about 10 drops of each inside and continued blending. Make sure you scrape the sides, because as you can see, there is still a ton of butter stuck there. So just make sure to, every once in a while, scrape the sides and then continue blending. You should blend for about 15 to 20 minutes to make sure the product is not gritty and also like fully incorporated everything. Also, you'll know when it's the texture that you want, so blend until you see fit, but 15 to 20 minutes I would say is the minimum. Oh my god, look at that. That is beautiful. Like, tell me watching that is not satisfying. Like, it looks like frosting. Like, it looks like you can eat it. Please don't. But that is the consistency that you should be looking for. So now I'm just going to take my spatula and pop it into my jar. And voila! Now you have your super nourishing, hydrating, herbal infused whipped hair butter. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know down below if this is something that you would make, or if you did make it, how you liked it. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!